getting on this call with me real quick. I know like it's been back and forth with us. And yeah, I just wanted to make the time to check up with you, given that the Institute one is almost here. Right.
Right.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm actually very excited about it. It's been, I've been thinking like, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
that, and when the institute starts, or rather when I start teaching, I've
Yeah,
been thinking about, how I can, make stuff interesting for the kids I would be teaching.
absolutely. I think it's going to be such a learning process, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've discussed so much about the fellowship, of course, but I think in reality, when you step in, and go through these 5 weeks with this beautiful ecosystem that's created to take care every bit about the fellowship that you might be concerned about or might have apprehensions about. I think it can be such an immense learning process and also meeting new people. Are you excited about that? Because I know a lot of people are going to be at Institute with you.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And I was actually just thinking, like, even though you guys just have two institutes, right? Like,
Yes.
how do we divide it? So, like, 500 people at each institute? How is it gonna be?
So the number usually depends. Of course, it's a mixture of how many people we can accommodate at one go at the university where your institute takes place, and also about the preferences of people, right? So nationally and internationally, there are going to be people who are going to pick one institute over the other, just in terms of logistics and exams and notice periods, depending on how that works out. Uh, and apart from that, also there are people who apply, like yourself and others who apply later in the deadline.
Yeah.
So for those people, if they're transitioning back, it makes more sense to actually make that transition back to India probably by April and then join Institute 2. So they're all settled and set to actually undergo that process. So it balances out really well, actually. You have about, depending on the number that year, it differs every year. So you have a good amount of people where it's not too much, where it feels like burdening yourself, but it's the right amount that we uh, can provide adequate resources to everyone, and you have the time to meet everyone and spend time with everyone as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I think I signed up for Institute One, right? And not.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Right,
Yeah.
right. No, no, I was just explaining the fact that how
Okay.
people later
Yeah.
in the deadline like tend to go for Institute 2. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to Institute 1.
Yeah. Alright, yeah.
How are you feeling in generally? Are you in India right now?
Yeah, I'm in India. I came back actually in January,
Oh
but then
yeah.
it's taken a lot of time to adjust back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which city are you
because
in?
so I'm in Pune.
Pune. Oh, so
Yeah.
for you it's not much of a travel. You're kind of home. Uh,
Yes, yeah. So it's yeah, quite. It's actually just 30 minutes away from my place,
oh
Benji.
really?
Yeah, so I can even travel back on Sundays when it's not.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I think that's such an ideal situation. You get to be in this intense camp-like place and like make friends, and but at the same time, because you've moved back, it can be a good mixture of you seeing your family as well.
Yeah, and I can show people around Pune as well because I know,
Oh,
so,
definitely. Oh, it's going to be so exciting. Yeah, because there are going to be so many people outside from Pune, especially like international folks. I think
yeah.
it could be great for you to find someone maybe you have shared interests with. Like I spoke to you, right? I've spoken to so
Yes.
many people who have interest in getting a PhD and
Mm-hmm.
going to probably similar institutes and similar spaces that you want to. So it could be a great place to meet those people with similar interests.
Great, yeah. And plus, I know all the food places as well, which is important.
Yes, food is always important. I think that's the priority. You can get them
Yes.
to taste all the delicacies Pune is famous for. That's wonderful.
Great.
How are your parents feeling with everything with you moving back? Are they comfortable?
Yeah, my parents are very happy. They are very happy to have their daughter back.
Yes.
I'm an only child, so it was very lonely for them as well. For
Oh,
the 2 to 3 years,
uh-huh.
I was so far away. So they are happy, and yeah, they are actually amazed that I'm doing this. My mom actually said that she never even thought of going out and volunteering. And when I was in there for the past 3 years, she could have spent time there rather than just moping that her daughter is not here. So,
Oh, that's
so yeah,
great. No, that's wonderful. I'm so glad that your mom has that perspective. And I think the good thing is that now she can enter your classroom and
yeah,
actually see you in action and get to meet the kids you're directly impacting. I think as a parent, it must be such a proud feeling for her, uh,
yes, it
to know
is.
that you've made this decision. And I know it's like a brave decision for you. So I'm so glad that she's on board and your parents are happy. That's great.
It's great. Yes.
Perfect. Are you enjoying this summer? Is the heat getting to you?
A bit. I mean, it was. It's. I'm used to it. I've been eating a lot of mangoes and all the summer fruits.
Ah, Indian mangoes,
Not
that's
really good.
great.
So the Alfonso mangoes, they are already in the market. So I've been, you know, drowning the summer woes in those fruits.
Yes, that's great. That's wonderful. I think that's the best bit about the summer in India. I think the mango provides all the comfort you can get here.
Yes,
So
and
that's,
Pune is very pleasant. It's not too hot, nor is it too cold. Like I know Mumbai can get very hot.
yeah, yeah, it can get like really humid and hot. So that's great. Wonderful. I feel like you're all set and feeling great. Is there anything that you're concerned about logistics wise or just in general that I can help you with?
Yeah. So one question I wanted to ask was, so the elections are here, and
Mm-hmm.
probably the Maharashtra dates. So they haven't declared which
With
seats.
seats, yeah.
Yeah. So there's one on April 29th, but I'll
Uh-huh.
already be in the institute. And the
Uh-huh.
thing is, my name is in the voter list of Mumbai since
Right,
I'm from Mumbai, so I have to
right.
go there and vote. So how is it possible? Like I know other students may also be having the same concerns.
Right, right. No, that's fair, of course. So, let's do one thing. Let's help you write to the fellowship ID,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you can make a request to them that you want a day off so that you can go vote. I'm pretty sure because the dates are still a little bit tricky given the seats and which how many phases the election's going to happen in. Uh, but like you said, yes, it's in the face, it's in the call. So let's have you write to fellowship and make a request. And probably they may be able to accommodate you. I'm pretty sure there's a protocol already in place that they're working on, uh, because it wasn't decided until like early this year when the dates would be and what phases elections would be in. So it's hard for us to pick dates that I know will cater to the voting population. Um, so, of course, absolutely, you're full right to exercise your right. But let's have you write to the fellowship ID and have them respond to you as to what the protocol is in place for folks who want to vote and who want to get out, right? I don't think it should be much of a problem, but let's have them respond to you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes, it does.
Perfect. Is there anything else? I know that we talked about me connecting you to folks who have done a PhD. I'm talking to two people currently who have
Mhm.
similar interests. So once they get back to me with dates they're available to get on a call with you, I'll e-connect you to both of them. One is at Columbia and the other one's at Berkeley.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. I
Yeah,
know.
right, right.
Yeah.
So perfect. So as soon as they respond to me, it might take a little while because the one at Berkeley, her name is Sushmita and she's traveling a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I think she should be done by the April 15th. So
No worries. No worries. Whenever we both can catch up, or whenever they have time as
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So I'll e-connect the both of you. I'll be on that mail as well. So we'll set up a call where all three of us can actually get together and you can talk about her to her about all your interests and the wonderful work that you want to do.
yeah, that would be great. I just have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
So, we talked about doing a classroom visit,
Yeah.
but I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And is it possible? I think schools are closed right now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So that was the issue with that as well. I spoke to someone in the Pune team,
Mm-hmm.
and I was under the impression that you were traveling to Bangalore. So I think in the midst of that, that logistics didn't work out. But okay, no worries. Let me go back to the Pune team and see if we can arrange something for you. Uh,
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there's any way I could, see the virtual classrooms. I was reading about it.
right,
Um,
right. So the virtual classroom visit is more about reflecting on a classroom ecosystem and understanding what a fellow does.
okay.
I can do that with you and we can get into that exercise if you're interested, definitely. And but the real classroom visit actually lets you enter that space and explore it, right?
Yeah,
So we can do both if you like. We can do
yeah,
both of
sure.
these. So let
Yeah,
me connect with someone in the Pune team and see what the classroom situation is like. Like you said, I think because it's the end of the year,
yes,
I'll have to check with them and see what that's looking like. But yeah, let's have that set up for you. And at the same time, let's engage in a virtual classroom exercise as well. I think it can be a good space for you to actually reflect on and try to understand what an ecosystem in a classroom can look like.
yes, yeah, that
Yeah,
would be great. Thank you.
right. So
Yes.
I'll set it up by the end of this week. Both of these, I'll get back to you on the update of both of these by the end of this week, so we should be able to do that.
Okay, yeah, great.
Yeah,
Sounds
perfect, great. Yeah, I mean, that's all from me. I think it's so wonderful to connect with you again and speak to you. Uh, I'm really excited for you to actually enter the institute and explore this beautiful journey of yours.
Thank you. I'm excited too.
Right,
Would you
great.
be attending the institutes as well? Right?
Uh,
Great. Then,
so
like,
I'm not sure if I'd be at Institute 1, but if I'm able to make the trip, I'll be sure to drop by and meet you.
great, great.
Right.
So you're based in Delhi?
No, so I'm currently in Mumbai. I work
Okay.
out of Mumbai. So yeah, lots of stuff is happening. We're closing the last deadline. We're
Mm-hmm.
welcoming everyone who's going to be on board for 2019. So yeah, just lots of closing the loops that's in the process right now. But yes, definitely, if I can make the trip, I'll be happy to drop by and say hi and see how you're doing.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be
Yeah, perfect. Great. Thank you so much for speaking with me, and I'm really excited to connect with you again. So I'll let you have the classroom visit update by the end of this week, and
great.
then we can set something up.
Great, great.
All right. Thank you. In the meanwhile, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions regarding any logistics, anything at all. Approaching Institute, we'll send you a lot of like documents around logistics as well as to how to get there, what the schedule's gonna look like. I think as we near the date, it's gonna get clearer and clearer. And
Mm-hmm.
there should be an HR form as well that will be sent to you. So, like, do you have an Aadhaar card?
Yes, I have another Aadhaar card. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, a little bit of documentation here and there that needs to be uploaded there, just as like a formal setup. So apart from this, I feel like you're all set.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for speaking with me, Shamita. I'll connect with you soon.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, bye bye.